Continuing with my topic, God's ways are not our ways. So I was now on Bathsheba. Um, so so then I realized that Bathsheba was not at fault. The fault was with David. Bathsheba did no wrong, and she had no choice in the matter. She could not deny the king, and the situation was such that had Uriah come back from the battlefield and found that Bathsheba had slept with another man and had a baby, Bathsheba would have been killed. So what I find here is that God protected Bathsheba through David as well. And then this was a sacrifice of an innocent man, Uriah, who had done nothing wrong except to fight for his country. And so I find that, how you start in life is not a limitation. Bathsheba had been another man's wife. And who would have known that it was Bathsheba who was going to be the mother of the future king when Bathsheba was in Uriah's house? Nobody would have known that. And then another thing is that people may limit you on because of how you start out, but the Bible clearly shows us that your past does not determine your future. And God does not blame you for things that you did not choose. And what is important is how you end rather than how you start out. God can still turn things around for you. Because I find it interesting that Bathsheba, she was Uriah's wife. She goes to the palace amid all the talk and with all the grief that she experienced over things she had no control over. So now I understand Bathsheba was a victim, because all along I had a problem, because I was like, God, why would you choose Bathsheba? Bathsheba was not qualified. Why you could have chosen Ahinoam the Jezreelitess, or you could have chosen Abigail the Carmelitess, or someone else. I mean, God, why would you choose Bathsheba? But you find Bathsheba's destiny was to be the mother of the king. So God can still turn your mistakes into victory. God can still rewrite your mistake to make it a better end for you. Only God can do that, because David's mistake brought Bathsheba to the palace. Had David not made the mistake, how was Bathsheba going to go to the palace? So only God can turn around your mistake into a victory. Only God can do that, because everyone else would have thought that that was the end for Bathsheba. Bathsheba's end would have been, oh, you committed adultery, you die, and that would have been it. But God knew Bathsheba was just a victim, and God protected Bathsheba from certain death for something she had not chosen. The person who was guilty was David, because he had the power, he had control, he made the decisions, and he is the one who was to be blamed, not Bathsheba. So I find that God protected Bathsheba, and God turned Bathsheba's mourning into joy, Bathsheba's sorrow into joy through her situation, which she had no control over, apart from being a beautiful woman that had landed into trouble by something that she had not chosen. And the Bible tells us that God makes all things work together for our good. And because God makes all things work together for our good, it does not matter where we are coming from. It does not matter what we have done before in the past. As long as we turn to God, God can still change our situation. And another thing I find is that people may not think us qualified for whatever it is God has planned for our lives. People can look at us and think, how can she end up in that position? How can she be in that situation? What's happening? Because God's ways are not our ways. You see, how God sees us and how God sees the next person, how we perceive, our perception is limited as human beings. The people that we may think are more qualified God knows who is qualified and who isn't. And it is God who qualifies people, not us. You see, some of the problem of us as Christians is that we are very judgmental. We put people into categories of what we think they should, what we think they deserve, what we think they are qualified for. It is God who qualifies. God bless you. Bye.